Ni hao and welcome to another Peking guide. Today we're checking out a lesser visited region in Dongbei. Join us as we go for beautiful walks along the maple trees, avoid being eaten by a big grizzly bear, and enjoy some fantastic food. This 3-day trip begins in Benxi, a city in Dongbei, northeast China that's on the train between Beijing and Dandong. It takes a couple hours to get here from Beijing, and we arrived peckish. We went right out of the station up the road and found these fantastic little barbecue stalls. Simply take what you want out the fridge and they'll barbecue it for you. The tofu skins are a local delicacy. After which we went around the local food streets. There's lots of things you could try, but we ended up going to a malatang restaurant. It wasn't like malatang I've ever had before though. This one was definitely a little bit different. My experience of malatang is going to the fridges and picking what I want. Here, however, there was a menu, chicken rack, and the one on the left having different tofu balls and bits of congealed blood. It might not sound so appetizing, but I definitely still enjoyed it. After eating, we got a taxi to our hotel. We weren't staying in the city, but instead were staying about 90 minutes away in a small town famous for its hot spring hotels. To end our first day, we took a lovely sunset walk up the road, checking out the local sites before coming back to town for dinner. We chose a restaurant directly across from our hotel. It had good reviews online, and the food was tasty, but it was pretty slow to come out. We had barbecued tofu skin again, enjoyed a lovely bottle of beer, and then had dishes of aubergine and delicious fried crispy shrimps. After eating, we took a little stroll through town to see what was going on before relaxing into our hot spring. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the Peking Guide for further videos as we explore China. After a lovely night's sleep, we woke up on Saturday morning and headed to Guangmingshan. It's a beautiful scenic area where you can come to see the local maple trees. It has an out and about walk, each way being about 10 kilometers. You could walk 20 kilometers, but as you're going to find out in a little bit, we paid 20 RMB to get the bus back instead. As you enter, go on the left-hand side for the buses. You'll find the path, and after that you just follow it to the end. You don't need hiking boots or anything like that, just a comfortable pair of trainers. The whole route is paved and some parts are on a bit of a decked walkway system. Any idea what this is? I like to think it's the world's biggest tree trunk themed toilet. We visited in June where the trees were bright and green. I've read recommendations for trying to visit in October when they're changing colour. Further up, if you want, you can pay extra to go on the glass raft. After the glass raft, you can visit the king of the maple tree. After that, keep walking along the decked area. And if like us you're getting hungry, you're going to come across this little street stall. We got fried potato strips, 土豆片儿. Eventually, after crossing this stream, you'll continue along on the outside of a little zoo that they have. At the end of that, we'd walked about 10 kilometers and were getting a little bit tired and definitely hungry. So we paid about 20 RMB to get the bus back. It was quite fun as it sped down the little road. It also gave us an opportunity to do a little bit of research on where we wanted to go for a late lunch and early dinner. After all that walking, we'd built up quite an appetite. We came here to Mama's Buns and Stewed Fish restaurant. After ordering, head straight to the self-service station. Got ourselves bowls of corn congee and different types of kimchi and pickles. We enjoyed those along with this cold noodle dish here, whilst our main dish was cooking. Guo Tie Dun, or iron pot stew, is a dish famous throughout Dongbei. Ours was dumpling lined with filled dumplings on the inside, pork ribs, both fresh and dried, beans, sweet corn, potatoes, and lots of other little goodies. For our final day, we headed to the nearby Mossy Stone Valley. This place was also very similar to where we visited yesterday. So, if you're short on time, I'd only go to one, and I'd probably pick the one before. Again, follow the boardwalks, follow the paths up, and just enjoy nature. As you reach the temple here, you're nearly at the end of the walking trail. I think from the temple area here you can catch a bus back, but we decided to keep going up, and in the end we walked back to the start. As you reach the end of the path, be sure to look up. There's a wild teddy bear. After another day of a lot of walking, our bellies were rumbling again. This time we had some time on the walk back to decide where we wanted to go. As the place we went on our first day was a little bit slow, we decided to try somewhere new. On our first day we passed a restaurant that was super busy, so we ended up going there. To our surprise, as we sat down and were handed the menus, it was actually a sister restaurant of the one we'd already been to. Never mind, slow but delicious shrimps again.